Hey, Makima Keychain! What's up? It's a culture detective here, investigating your favorite animes. Yes, this is Makima Keychain, official freaking merch. I bought this in Akihabara in Tokyo, Japan. Yes, so yeah, cool. What's up? It's the culture detective here, investigating your favorite animes. And today I'm going to be doing an anime review on Chainsaw Man Season 1. So yeah, right now as I'm recording this, it's actually January 13th, but when you're watching this now, it's probably January 19th or 20th or something like that. And that's because YouTube has removed my most popular video and has banned me from uploading videos for one whole week because I violated the community guidelines or something. So yeah, I finished this anime a whole ass week ago, and you won't be able to see my review on it until a couple weeks later after I finished watching it. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But anyways, I'm still going to film and edit these reviews, and I'm going to upload all of these videos all at once, or at least in batches, in bunch form, the moment I get to upload videos again, so that I wouldn't miss out on, uploading. So yeah, I guess this is going to be one of the many reviews you'll be seeing me release this day. And by this day, I mean like January 19th, even though right now, as I'm recording, it's the fucking 13th. So, Chainsaw Man. Mangaka is Fujimoto Tatsuki, and it is adapted into an anime by Mappa Studios. This is one of the most hyped up and anticipated animes of 2022. People have been talking and blabbering about Chainsaw Man since 2020, and I myself have been really hyped to see this anime coming out as well. Also, I just realized this is my first review in 2023. Wow. But yeah, the OP is Kick Back by Yonezu Kenshi, legendary J-pop guy, crazy man. And it's quite fun. It's a pretty catchy song. It's kind of ragged. It's kind of all over the place. The song is not a 10 out of 10. I do think it could use some polishing, but overall it's fine. And then we have the animation of the OP itself, which is also pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's 10 out of 10. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 OP. I love, 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 love the movie references on the OP, by the way. I know Fujimoto Tatsuki is a huge movie guy. I'm a huge movie guy myself, so obviously I was really happy to see the references to Pulp Fiction, and there's like a J-horror reference in there. There's a Fight Club reference in there, and there's a couple shots of all the characters watching a movie and eating popcorn together. It's pretty fun. And then there's, of course, a part where the characters are fighting the air. I don't like that part at all. I think it's really cliche. And yeah, that's basically the OP. It's still a catchy song. It does need some polishing, though. And then, of course, we have the EDs. Yes, so Mappa really went insane here and decided to have a different ED for every single episode. So yeah, Chainsaw Man Season 1 has 12 episodes. We have 12 freaking EDs, 12 different songs by different artists. You think Dorohedoro is crazy for having 5 EDs? Well, Chainsaw Man has 12 EDs. And honestly, some EDs are mid, some EDs are decent, and that's pretty much just it. I really like the ED for episode 3. Devil in the name of devil. Devil in the name of devil. I think that one's really hype. I really love the shot of Makima being an angel descending from the heavens or something. It's such a beautiful shot. I thought it was in the OP when I saw this in Twitter, but turns out it's in an ED, so that's really cool. I like Tubo's Denji song. I think that was a really fun song. I like the power dance. It's very much like when I see these dances in OPs and EDs and whatnot, I immediately think, oh, they're making this so that it would become a TikTok trend. But even so, I think the song is really sweet and catchy. I also like the "What I Need," "All I Need," and the song apparently is called Chu Tayose, and it's the Kiss Puke song. The song is also attached to a very well made, high production music video, so definitely check that one out. But aside from these 3 songs, I think other EDs are just okay, maybe a little mid. Aimee also appears as one of the singers as an ED, and of course she comes out with a super melodramatic song. And Vondi did episode 1. I mentioned him because of his Komatsunana video. Well, he's also in here, so that's cool. But yeah, anyways, I do have to admit the animation for all of the EDs are fire. They're all fire, they're all top-notch, and I very much enjoy watching it. Alright, now here goes the plot itself. Chainsaw Man, what is it about? Chainsaw Man is about a guy named Denji, and he is alone, he lives alone, he is broke, he has no food, he needs to pay debt, and he only has one ball sack and one eyeball because he sold them for money, and life sucks. And he is also a demon hunter, not demon slayer, a demon hunter, and he hunts demons, and he hunts demons for money. And one day Makima, one of the authoritative figures in the, and one day Makima, this pink-haired girl who's really cute, really quiet, not quiet, but he's really composed and elegant, basically Gus Fring. She is one of the bosses, one of the authority figures in this public safety bureau part of the government, and she essentially leads and controls over demon hunters. She's the boss of demon hunters, and together they hunt demons. And so Denji had found Makima and has found a life purpose because he wants to have sex with Makima. So Denji continues to live on and hunt down some demons. Yeah, so immediately the plot is like Jujutsu Kaisen. It's basically Jujutsu Kaisen all over again. The main character is kind of whack and funny. He's not the quiet, dramatic shonen character. He is the more, modern shonen character. And yeah, instead of hunting curses, they're hunting demons now. And in Demon Slayer, they're slaying demons. In Jujutsu Kaisen, they're hunting curses. And in Chainsaw Man, they're hunting demons. Yeah, it's very much like Jujutsu Kaisen, and everyone has their own little quirk. There are a lot of quirky characters, and everyone has their own personal weapon and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's very much like Jujutsu Kaisen, and no Chainsaw Man fans probably would hate me for saying this, but it's very much like Jujutsu Kaisen. But I do notice that there are a lot of differences between these 2 stories. So anyways, let's start off with episode 1. I've actually read chapter 1 long before I watched Chainsaw Man, the anime. I read chapter 1 on manga in traditional Chinese because I actually bought Chainsaw Man volumes 1 to 4 in Chinese when I was in the Anime Expo in Hong Kong, which I'm still in right now apparently. And for some reason I thought chapter 1 was a little rushed. Maybe it was because I was reading too fast, but I thought it was kind of rushed. It immediately opens off with Denji killing some low-grade tomato demon, and then this happens, and then he's eating bread, and then he's lured into a trap, and then Makima shows up, and there's just so much happening. But when it is adapted into an anime, it felt a lot better. Maybe it's because they stretched an entire chapter 1 into an entire episode, which is rare. Usually one episode is 2 to 3 chapters, but in Chainsaw Man, they really stretched chapter 1 into one full episode, and that helped the pacing a lot better, so I thought episode 1 was not bad. And then the anime introduces us to characters like Aki and Power, and yeah, Aki and Power are other fellow demon hunters. Aki is this cold, stoic, very organized, clean guy. Power is a fiend, and a fiend is basically a human and demon combined. And so yeah, there's that. And Power is a stupid girl. And yeah, and then from there on out, we have the Bat Demon arc where Denji and Power had to face the Bat Demon. Not to spoil what happened, but the way the story got to that point was a little bit unexpected, and I kind of liked that. But the fight with the Bat Demon itself wasn't really that crazy or interesting or anything like that. At that point, the anime hasn't really hooked me, even though I do have to admit the animation is really fun, also really gross. Just when you think the Bat Demon, a giant violent bat, is crazy and wild, check out the Leech Demon, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. And then afterwards, we have the Infinity Demon, where Denji, Power, Aki, the trio, and a bunch of other people, a bunch of other demon hunters, they all go to a hotel room and they get stuck in there. They get stuck on a floor in a hotel, and they have to fight the Infinity Demon. And right off the bat, this episode immediately reminded me of that Demon Slayer episode in season 1 where the Demon Slayers are stuck in a mansion and they can't get out no matter what. Like, it's become this non-Euclidean geometric thing, and no matter how hard they try to get out, no matter what doors they open, they always end up back at the same spot. That's literally the same thing, okay? And it's also a trio, except in this episode, it's more people. But yeah, even so, even though it immediately reminded me of Demon Slayer, it's still really fun. It's still a very enjoyable episode. I like how funny it is at times. I like how crazy and stupid and wacky it is at times. Kobeni. So Kobeni finally shows up. Yes, the character, the girl you always see on Twitter, the girl you always see on Chainsaw Man edits, the sad dancing girl. Yep, it's Kobeni. And she is such an entertaining character. I don't know why. Usually I hate characters like this. When I watch a movie or a TV show and there's a character who's always scared and who's always crying for help, it's annoying. But for some reason, if it's Kobeni, it's entertaining as hell. Maybe it's because she's cute. Maybe it's because I know, or I got a feeling that she's actually really overpowered, and when I see her panic and cry for help, it's like, ooh, but she's overpowered though. Maybe that's what keeping her from being annoying, but she's really entertaining for some reason. Especially there's a scene where one of the characters, I think Himeno, told Kobeni to do a peace sign out of nowhere, and she was like, like that shot made me laugh out loud. That should be the thumbnail. Yeah, and then episode 7 is sort of like an interlude type episode where Denji and Power and Aki and literally everyone and their moms go to the restaurant and eat good food and drink. And Makima also showed up, and there's a very famous puke scene where Denji had his first kiss, and it is with Himeno, who is a hot Onesan type character. And that kiss scene turned into a puke scene because Himeno puked into Denji's mouth. And that's disgusting. And I think this is also really interesting because not only does this make Chainsaw Man one of the horniest animes I've ever freaking seen, but also it's interesting how, Denji's all about the sex. He wants to grab boobies. And the first time he grabbed boobies in his life, it was actually pads, and that made him really disappointed. And the first time he got to kiss a girl, the girl puked into his mouth, which is hilarious. That's just a kind of a dramatic irony almost. But yeah, Himeno, the way the episode ended, what the heck? This is borderline softcore hentai. And apparently Issei Maria is the one voicing Himeno, so that's really cool. Episode 8, absolutely fucking insane. Wow, there's a lot of unexpected deaths, a lot of unexpected bloodshed and violence. The beginning of episode 8 literally felt like The Godfather, like the baby baptism scene in The Godfather literally feels like that. I feel like Fujimoto Tatsuki literally took that scene and put it into his anime, into the manga. Like, I felt that that's actually what happened. But yeah, it's amazing because in this episode, it's so much deaths, so much bloodshed. You don't know what's going on, and then you see Kobeni and Makima in action. First of all, Kobeni finally shows off her powers, and it's insane. It's amazing. And then Makima in action, actually horrifying. And that just made Makima one of the best girls of the anime, if not the best, because she is just so freaking scary. And then we have episodes 11 to 12, where essentially the gang of demon hunters, the surviving demon hunters, they go and essentially take revenge against that, against their, their, opponents, the villains, the antagonists. They fight the Katana Devil and Snake Devil, and it's pretty entertaining. I wouldn't say it's super great or anything, but it's still a really entertaining battle sequence, very entertaining fight sequence. And yeah, there's also a part where, I think it was episode 10 or something, where Makima asked Kishibe, this old alcoholic guy, to train Denji in power. And to train them is to literally kill them again and again and again. And both Denji and Power are demon humans. They're fiends. So they keep healing and they keep getting killed. And that guy is literally Mads Mikkelsen. Again, I feel like this is just one of those moments in the manga and in the anime where I feel like Fujimoto Tatsuki definitely took the inspiration from Mads Mikkelsen. There's no questioning in that. But yeah, aside from that, I think Chainsaw Man is just a really fun anime. I think the voice acting is freaking awesome. Fairu's Eye as Power is really great. Apparently Fairu's Eye wanted to do a deeper voice for Power, and I could totally see why, but she is told to do a lighter voice, and it's still fine. But yeah, Fairu's Eye is great. Kusunoki Tomori as Makima, really nice. Apparently Hanai Natsuki and Uchida Maya also showed up a little bit in the anime, so that's really cool. So yeah, good voice acting, pretty good. I also like the dub. I have watched some clips on YouTube and they're pretty impressive. You could really tell that the English dub voice actors really had fun voicing it. I also love how cinematic Chainsaw Man is. Honestly, that's probably the number one thing I like the most about the Chainsaw Man anime adaptation, is that it's really cinematic. Some of the shots here, like when I watch it, I'm like, ooh, that's a wide shot, and then it cuts to an insert. It's like, ooh, filmmaking, ooh, cinematic language, what the heck? Mappa Studio going so hard. So yeah, apparently the manga is really creatively drawn and illustrated and all that, and the anime makes up for it by making it ultra cinematic, so that's pretty cool. That being said though, I do like Jujutsu Kaisen a smudge better than Chainsaw Man. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is still more colorful and vibrant, and the characters are a little more likable in JJK. But still, I do like Chainsaw Man. I love the balance between the edginess and the comedy. It's very unhinged at times. It felt like Fujimoto Tatsuki without a power limiter. Because, again, Fujimoto Tatsuki is kind of a troll. He pretended to be a girl, his own sister, on Twitter, even though he doesn't even have a sister. He tried to levitate or something. And there's a video of that. But yeah, it's whack, it's fun, it's cinematic, and I'm enjoying it. I'm giving Chainsaw Man a decent 8 out of 10. Looking forward to the second core. Or season 2, I don't know. So, have you watched Chainsaw Man? From 1 to 10, I'm going to rate it, like and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. Other animes I will be reviewing this month is Kotaro Lives Alone and Bocchi the Rock.